Summer has arrived, and so have the haircuts. Celebs are showing off their new do's all over Instagram and on their red carpet. But why are summer haircuts such a big trend? Here to chat about it is the host of In Case You Missed It by HuffPost, Heather Gardner.
Guys, I got my bourbon.
I am feeling it.
I wasn't going to let y'all do this without me. Happy Friday,
Happy Friday. Happy bourbon.
Yum. Wow.
Yeah.
I
Can't do a full shot. This would end well.
Oh, that's
really,
not,
really
that's
poorly.
way more than a shot.
So when
Don't
I'm
do that.
Good.
when I'm under the table at the end of the show, just leave me there.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's not
Although I feel like if we asked you to, you would do it.
Right.
do
How
it.
do you do this to me every time? You give me hummus, give me bourbon, all of my vices.
We could talk about all the things we would make Heather do on camera, but let's talk about haircuts.
Please, let's talk about haircuts.
You got a haircut.
You got a haircut?
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
love it.
I mean, coincidentally, or not so much, I wanted to talk about not just my haircut, but this trend of getting haircuts in the summer. I was hot, I was ready for a change, and I'm like, I'm just gonna follow celebrities and get my haircut.
Was there one celebrity that inspired your haircut?
You know what? Emily Ratajkowski. I definitely did not get her style, but she made so many headlines when she was at the Tonys with her new do.
love it.
Demi Lovato's looks really good. Kaya Gerber. Oh, Gabrielle Union with that little bob
I
going
think yours
on.
looks great.
Oh, yours
Yours
is
looks
so
great.
cute.
Looks great.
Yeah, so when I told people that I
Shout
wanted...
out to Rochelle Hawkins.
Yes, you hear it, Bill. She's
Hairstylist to the build star.
You gave me my haircut. It's every time I get a haircut, they always say that
Rochelle's
look is
the
the best
best.
haircut you ever gotten.
Yeah.
Rochelle is the best.
And I had to just slide on in and be like, can you do my So she was very kind and did a great job. Looks good. But when I decided I was gonna do it, people started asking me like, oh, why? And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, well, it's hot and it's summer. But I started realizing that really, especially for women, when you cut your hair, it could signify some big changes in your life. And so I kind of went down this rabbit hole, talked to some people at work, and literally every single woman that I had chatted with had some sort of moment in their life where they were like, I needed to go through something, so I chopped off my hair.
Amen.
Yeah.
You too?
Listen, I've been there. I've been there, okay? When a man comes and messes up your life, shaving it off. Like they say, when a woman shaves her head, you know a change is coming.
Well,
Yes.
we can look back to Britney Spears. A lot of changes came out.
Yeah, good or bad. Yes.
She never recovered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly, based off her recent videos with her paparazzi conspiracy, I don't think she's ever recovered.
Listen,
Yeah.
she
Love you,
still doesn't
Brit.
have her edges, so
But-
yeah.
No, that is a moment.
Because I feel like hair is such a way that people, especially women, have expressed themselves. Like, you know, I remember Beyonce cut her hair off, Madonna changed her hair forever, Lady Gaga. It's like a way that they change personas.
Right, and I kind of just started realizing since I was getting mine done, and it's drastic. Like mine, last week it was down here, and here it's pretty drastic. I started seeing all these headlines and being really hyper aware. So and so cut their hair, you know, and it's just, even though it's this kind of fluffy news, like why are we so drawn to it, and why do we do it like this season? And you know, I really, like I said, I went down like the internet rabbit hole of this kind of thing, and in entertainment, in television, and in movies, like, cutting a woman's hair kind of just signifies either going through a trauma or going through a big breakup or going through a big personal growth. In fact, they call it in the entertainment industry the important haircut because that's kind of a shortcut for film to be like, all right, this girl's about to go through something.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I feel like
interesting.
I always say this is a joke, but it's very true. Like, you can literally just dye your hair and make that your personality.
Oh, yeah.
And I've used that totally when I'm like going through something. I'll just like bleach my hair white or like make it lilac and just be like, this is the new me. It's so powerful.
Oh, totally, and especially, you're right, especially for women, it's such a way of expression. But I just thought it was really interesting that we go through these cycles, and the summer cycle is upon us now, so the headlines are just everywhere. So I'm curious though, is it the same for men, for you? Like, do you go through those kind of changes too with your hair?
I don't think I go through those same changes, though I'm very particular who cuts my hair because I get very afraid. I've had very bad haircuts in my life. You know, I went through the mushroom
been
pole
there.
cut.
We've all
Join
been
the
there.
We've all been there, so I'm very particular who cuts my hair because I think I mean, we're nowhere near judged the way we are judged women, but to look professional, I think you need a certain, haircut, and it definitely depends on the job you have. But I do love my hair a certain way.
There's lots of inappropriate stigmas around that also. The
think so,
word
too.
professional
Yeah.
setting and what it qualifies as professional or not. How can hair cutting be problematic in the entertainment industry?
Oh, well, you know, when you said that, it's like really interesting. In California, there was actually a woman, and they just passed like legislation around this because professional hair to this woman of color for her bosses meant relaxed hair, and she wanted to wear her natural hair, and they told her no. And it kind of opened that conversation of what is professional? Where does that line of self-expression and professionality come in? And for her, it was just, she was a new mom.
Yeah.
She wanted to have a much easier hairstyle instead of relaxing the hair every single day or straighten it every single day. And they told her no. And now there actually is legislation where they can't discriminate against that in California anymore, which I think is amazing.
God, that's
everywhere.
Right.
Even in airports, they'll like pat your hair down. I'm just
They
like, listen,
will? They do
50
that?
feet, 50 feet.
I've never experienced
Yeah, they do that all the
Wow.
time. Yeah,
That-
they're like searching in my hair. I'm like, listen, ma'am, let's take a break here. They do that all the time.
Wow.
It's crazy.
The discrimination is wild when it
wild.
comes to that. When really it's just a personal choice. And and I feel like, you said you had like lilac hair or
Yeah.
something. I feel like I could probably not do that because of my position and because of my job. And even though we're trying to break these norms, I still do feel that pressure a lot. This was about as wild and crazy as I could go.
But thinking of that, I remember, when Michelle Obama got bangs,
Yeah.
Hillary
Oh,
Clinton
such a
changed
big
her
deal.
hairstyle all the time. But women, public figure women, always are judged to a certain degree of what their
Totally.
Remember, Hillary's moods be based off her hair. She even said in her book that when a foreign leader was told when her hair was in a ponytail meant that she was in a bad mood.
Wow.
And she was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "I was told that meant you were in a bad mood." And she started laughing. But that's true. Women, in their hair becomes for people judge them on their personalities.
Because when my girlfriend does have her hair in her ponytail, I like her more.
Yeah, really? And why is that?
I don't know. I just think she's nicer, more approachable.
Truthfully, it's probably because that's like the easiest thing for us girls to do. It's like if you don't want to do your hair that day, throw it up in a ponytail, which means we're just in like a chillin' mood, I agree. It has a lot to do with our mood and our personalities.
So those guys were right about Hillary.
They're right about Hillary. Well, Evan, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, no problem. Thank you guys. All right.
You can catch In Case You Missed It by HuffPost on HuffPost.com and Yahoo's Roku channel.